Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, which came out on June 23rd of 1989. This movie is directed by Joe Johnston, stars Rick Moranis. You've seen this fucking movie.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not going to say anymore. Joe Johnston, director of Captain America, The First Avenger.
This is his first movie.
Which is mind-blowing that this is his first movie. But at the same time, you mentioned something about this being his first movie.
Yeah. So he initially worked as a visual effects. He won an Oscar. He was one of 4 to win an Oscar for Best Visual Effects for George Lucas and Steven Spielberg's Raiders of the Lost Ark. He also worked as a effects person on Star Wars. He's got a huge amount of special effects and VFX work under his belt, and it makes perfect sense for this to be his debut film for Disney.
Right. So
it's so good.
Yeah. Firstly, this is a delightful adventure film. It's such a clever concept with great execution. Mm-hmm. It's also kind of amazing how it's pretty non-violent. It's pretty inoffensive and harmless. Mm-hmm. And I think those movies are hard to come by nowadays. And not only that, when those do come out, they usually suck ass.
Yeah, but it's also not afraid to be real. Like, the movie starts out, and it's like, Mom and Dad got into a fight last night, and Mom slept over at Mom slept over at Grandma's. I'm like, whoa. Like, yeah. Holy shit, Disney.
Well, see, that's the funny thing, is this movie is very much... it's very much a relic of its time, but also of movies to come. Because the 80s movies are saying... Maybe Mom and Dad had a fight. Then the 90s are like, fuck it, they're divorced.
Yeah. Oh, man.
No, but it's interesting. It's, that's the other thing. They made you like the characters in addition to the monsters or the shrink rays or whatever the hell else happens, which I think is another thing that is missing from blockbusters oftentimes today.
You know what's so weird, though, is I don't even know. Like, this movie is very odd in that I overwhelmingly like the parent characters more than the kids. Like, it's not even close, except for maybe 1 or 2 kids. But like, I didn't mind being with the kids at all. I liked seeing them. I wanted to wait for the eventual payoff of the parents finding out that their kids were gone for a specific reason. There's a lot of dramatic irony in this that works really well. Yeah. And I had no problem like dealing with the kids because a lot of the conflict between the kids, literally when they're on the ground, when they're in the ground in some scenes, it's very base. It's like, we have to get from point A to point B and not die. Like, it's not, they don't do a whole lot of emotional stuff with the kids. Maybe a couple things, but it works.
Right. And it's enough without it feeling forced. And it serves the purpose of just being another layer to add conflict on top of the fact that they've been shrunk to the, 1/4 of an inch size and that they're fucked in this huge lawn and everything's trying to kill them.
Right.
You know what my favorite things about this movie is? It's all the slides. There's slides everywhere. I bet there's some dude who just had a big fucking warehouse of goofy slides. Sales Slides Emporium? What's that? You want the grass one and the dustpan one? Oh my God, I thought I was going out of business. I told her the dream was worth it.
So, funny story.
So Sales Slides Emporium made a killing selling slides to this movie.
Exactly. I actually got lost. So when I went to Disney for the first time, they had the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids park. And I got fucking lost there because I saw it and I was like, holy fuck, let's go. And I was like sliding down the tongue of a shoe and shit. And I scared the fuck out of my parents. It was great. I never got to go back.
Good story.
No,
but there's lots of slides. And
the set design and production design on a miniature when shit is gargantuan level, it's awesome. Like, just... I was never taken out. Well, for the most part, I was never taken out of like, oh shit, they're in the garden or they're in the lawn. Like, I was never taken out of it. Like the blades of grass,
right?
The giant Legos, the fucking oatmeal cream pie cookie on the ground. I'm like, this is they're small. Like, it was so it still ages well.
It says something about the fact that there's something about practical effects.
Yeah.
That are always going to look better.
Minimal CGI.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one thing I thought was cool. So you have the little blue lightning, like you've seen in movies previous.
Sure, Highlander and such.
Highlander, what's the other one? Like, I think
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future, Terminator. Like, you see the little blue squigglies, but they're on a real giant dustpan.
Yeah.
Or they're on a real giant floor.
Here comes the broom, like giant straw broom.
It's just, as I said, it's great concept. It's the execution that works so well. Oh, in a lot of ways, it's kind of like a creature feature.
Yeah.
Because, as I said, all of a sudden these bugs that you don't think much about, they're just ready to kill you now.
Like butterflies.
Oh yeah,
and
full
shit.
spoilers, by the way.
Yeah.
For 30-year-old movies.
Yeah, the only scene that, and it didn't not work, but like the only scene that I was honestly like, all right, that looks bad.
Was the bee.
The bee scene. And like it doesn't ruin the movie.
It looks fine enough though where I can, it doesn't take me completely out. I'm like, that looks pretty goddamn fake. But
yeah,
it's
like,
still fine.
And the thing is that was like by far the most processed part of the movie. Like everything else was like, no, this is just a giant ass like animatronic ass ant puppet.
The ant puppetry is really fantastic. I forgot how good that looked.
Which is so weird too, because when later on they throw in the scorpion, which is so fucking clearly stop motion, it gets really weird. Like not terrible.
But that was a great stop motion battle.
It looks amazing in terms of stop motion, but like seeing the fluidity.
You see the ant's movement looks different.
Yeah, and like it's weird, but it's not bad. It's definitely not like as bad as the fucking bee shit. But man, that ant puppetry is like, damn it, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
By the way, as a classic movie always ought to have, cutest little doggy ever.
Oh yeah,
my God, Cork.
Cork is great.
He's a good dog.
He gets the best of that cat.
Yeah,
too.
fuck that cat. He tries to get him to go, and he stands his ground and says, "No, you move, bitch."
Cork is great.
Yeah.
Cork saves the fucking day. He does. He saves Rick Moranis from eating his child.
Right. He's got that great hearing.
Oh man.
And also he heard them because the dog has the better hearing.
It's smart. I mean, it's goofy, and it's like this isn't science, but you're like, no, it kind of is because dogs do have good hearing.
Right. Then, as I was saying earlier about the 80s, you've got some elements such as, oh my God, the mall. Russell's hair, the cat clock.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's all there.
Oh man.
I think this has a really good example of character arcs, too.
Oh,
especially with all four of the parents.
That's what I mean. They change the most, and they learn the most about their kids.
Yeah, so there's the Zelinskys, which are Rick Moranis' kids, Wayne Zelinsky.
Yes.
And then there's the Thompsons next door, who have a sort of scruffy, rough around the edges father. Yes,
played by Matt Frewer. Max Headroom.
Oh, yeah.
That would be the man.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, he was also... what did he... He was in Watchmen as well. He's a character actor.
Right.
Good guy. But yeah, they have... And they hate each other, naturally. Because they can't. If they're neighbor kids and they're going to be stuck together in this really life or death situation... They all gotta hate each other.
Right, and that's the main point of conflict, especially the two younger sons, Nicky and, what the hell is it, Ron, or Ronald, or whatever.
I thought it was Russ Jr.
No, Russ Jr. is the older kid,
one, right? Yeah.
With that sweet mullet.
Yeah.
Or whatever the
that
fuck
sweater.
haircut. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't seem to like each other, but then they all, cool their shit and work together.
And some of them even end up making out and playing weird footsie on Thanksgiving.
Well, Robert, according to Hollywood law, a male and female who seem to have any interest in each other are now automatically in love.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that rule.
I mean, at least in this case, it kind of came across organically. Like, it didn't feel completely contrived, so,
Yeah, I feel you.
She made him sleep outside in the rain and whatever.
It's like, I saved your life, man.
Yeah.
No, but...
Okay, one thing about that, chest compressions, goddammit.
Yeah, no,
he's just pissing me off. It's just the amount... It's like, have you ever watched anyone give CPR, ever?
Well, he learned it in French class. That's why he didn't learn it right.
God, Jesus Christ, that joke. Oh, and then, French class, I get it.
Oh my God, the end was like, shut up.
Yeah, I'm just like, shut up. Way to kill the joke.
Yeah.
Jesus H.
I get it, French class.
It's like did you really? It's like, all right, this...
Do you?
Yeah.
You're just saving face.
Yeah. Maybe that's it. Maybe he didn't. He's like, fuck it. I'm just going to pretend I do.
Now's my time to fucking do it 5 months later.
Yeah.
Fucking Thanksgiving dinner.
Hopefully that doesn't seep into his life as an adult. He drives to his boss who fired him like 10 years after the fact. No, you're stupid. Oh, man. So there's, you got a lot of stuff. There's the bee and the baseball bat. Who the hell tries to kill a bee with a baseball bat?
Yeah, it's a little goofy.
Like a fly swatter, like something.
Well, if it's nearby.
A baseball bat. And then what I love is the fact that the baseball bat, I thought, who the fuck hits a bee with a baseball bat? But then he realizes, we don't have a baseball bat.
My kids suck.
Yeah, my kid sucks. He's a little nerd.
Yeah.
I like how the daughter was just, your average, oh my god, the mall and stuff. Mm-hmm. You're a popular girl. Mm-hmm. And then the son is a nerd like him.
Yeah.
So it only like the nerd shit only carried over with the one
carried
kid.
With the Y chromosome.
Yeah. But I like how he's making his little shrink ray.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing also about the kids is they each had a pronounced personality.
Yes. That's for sure. Especially in the case of Ron, who is a dick.
Yeah, he's just a jerk.
Sucks. I mean, the actor's good and
he's good at what he does.
Oh man,
but
for like the first hour of the movie,
he's the classic '80s, '90s annoying kid.
Oh my god, I'm like, come on, man, this kid.
So he doesn't like Nicky because Nicky's nerd.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. Nicky's a nerd. That's his thing. Amy's popular. Mm-hmm. Russ is kind of a softie. Mm-hmm. He doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to play sports. He just wants to dance.
Yeah, man.
Actually, no, he doesn't know how to dance. I'm lying. I was just
saying, whistle.
Yeah, how the fuck did come on, man, figure this shit out.
Yeah, no. But here's something.
What's that?
How did you feel about the score?
Oh, the score is excellent.
By one James Horner. The late, great James Horner. I didn't know he did this. I forgot. I was like, this is him?
What I love about this score is it perfectly fits with Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, master of his craft.
Iconic role for him.
I think I agree with you. You were saying that this is his best role.
I don't know what else there is. I mean, as much as I love Little Giants, it doesn't hold as much of a place in like culture as Honey, I Shrunk the Kids as Wayne Szalinski. He's great in like Spaceballs and like Little Shop of Horrors, sure, but like when I think of fucking Rick Moranis, I think of Wayne Szalinski.
Definitely. And the other thing I like is this is slapstick done right.
Yeah.
And use of fast motion done right.
Yeah.
One slapstick moment that kind of irked me. So the wife is so they're swinging around on that contraption he made. So first you think it's crazy that there's one of them, and in perfect classic fashion, and now there's both of them doing it. Once he tells the wife what's happened. Mm-hmm. She just drops the cord and makes him, fall on the lawn. You could have killed all of them, you dumbass.
And like he still has to run a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
He's on the crutches. He could have stepped on him there too.
Yeah. I do get his
he was at least looking while.
Yeah, and it was less surface area than a foot.
Yeah.
Like the little peg.
Right.
I like the Borsteins. Harold, that man over there is flying. Not now, Lauren.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. Man. But yeah, Rick Moranis, he is a master of his craft when it comes to comedy. And the slapstick was done perfectly well. Oh, time for some lame puns. This movie is not what I'd call a small concept.
Oh, no, God. Oh, no. Oh,
so
no.
You see what I did there?
I
guess you can say that big things come in small packages.
Oh, man. How many of these were in the pitch meeting, you think?
Probably. Oh, you mean for the posters?
For that, God. Or just like pitching to the executives. Yeah. This isn't small concept.
No, this movie's not a small concept movie.
Oh, by the way, I fucked up. Those characters aren't the Borsteins, they're the Forresters. The Borsteins are the old couple that come and try and get the house.
How dare you?
I know, I fucked up the lore.
You disgust me. Nah, you're good. One last thing I'll mention is I love the idea that Rick Moranis is the only one who knows out of the adults for a little while. Mm-hmm. So it kind of reminds me of like when you're looking for your wallet and there's people around like, what are you looking for? Nothing?
Yeah.
It's like, shit, I need to find this without this becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when he has to break the news to them, God, that's classic.
Well, the one with his wife is the best one because she like fucking passes out.
Oh, yeah. Are you guys called about missing kids? Nope. Faints. She's fine.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Just classic, just good old-fashioned classic timing, slapstick, good jokes.
Fun for the whole family, man.
Snappy dialogue. Everything's great about this movie.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess we'll move on to scores, which they seem pretty self-evident.
Oh?
What do you got?
Well, I know it sounds like I probably my score is probably going to be a little bit low, but like I really, really, really like this movie, and I think it's a classic. But like, as far as like live action Disney movies go, like it's not on my Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
So I liked it a lot. I like it a lot, and I super recommend it. It's not a 7.
Oh, okay, good.
It's above average. It's a 7.5.
Oh, how dare you?
It's good, man.
Oh, you disgust me.
It's almost an 8. I've struggled with it. I'm like, it's like one of those movies that I like a lot, but I don't know. It kind of doesn't do a whole lot beyond just like being a fun movie for me. And for me, that's like better than a 7. But it's like 8 is like when you start getting into, what else did this movie do? Did this movie make me feel anything? It's like, not really. But I didn't need it to. It's just a fun time.
Exactly. I didn't need it to do that shit. And for what it does, it's a perfectly great movie. Mm-hmm. So I'd give it a 4 out of 5. It's a good ass time. Mm-hmm. It starts a little slow,
Yeah.
That's like my one main complaint.
It's really tight though, which I like. 100 minutes.
Well, that's the one thing is it doesn't need to waste your time with bullshit once it gets going. Mm-hmm. So really, once it's all said and done, it's perfectly great, perfectly fine movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay, so that brings us to a grand total
Actually,
of...
fuck it. This is a good movie. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5.
Really?
Actually, it sucks. I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5.
Oh, man.
I don't know. Fuck it. I feel like I give too many perfect scores, so...
4?
Yeah, I'll stick with my 4.
Okay, so that's an 11.5 out of 15.
Yeah, so it's a good movie.
Very healthy score.
All right, so that'll do it for our review of Little Russell the Quitter.